I want to bring Pippa in. Pippa, who's a filmmaker, Pippa Ulrich, and you recently co-directed the My Octopus Teacher, which Craig Foster, who's a filmmaker, said that may well walk away with an Oscar for Best Documentary Feature in 2021. So I think that's fantastic. And Pippa, I want to hear from you. You know, what has been your experience in producing My Octopus Teacher, and how it's also been received in the market?
Well, I mean, we've been pretty blown away by how it's been received in the market. It was this little tiny documentary that we started off making in Craig Foster's attic. We had no budget. We had no real distribution plan. It was really just me and him sitting with an archive of footage and putting together the story of this experience that he'd had. And we struggled for a long time. We took like 2 years to get to a rough cut that we could actually show to Netflix. And then we were just really lucky that we got it to the right person at the right time. And I think, yeah, the reaction we've received has completely blown us away. I mean, the organization that I work for, we're not a production company. We partnered with Off the Fence, which is a kind of production company / distributor in Amsterdam, specializing only in natural history. But we're more of a conservation organization made up of a whole lot of filmmakers and storytellers and journalists. And something in this film just spoke to people. And I think it's exactly what you guys were talking about earlier, about having an authentic story and having a universal story. And there's a lot to be said for a platform like Netflix. At the beginning, we were kind of worried about, obviously film festivals all got cancelled because of COVID. So we were concerned that we weren't going to have an audience, but we released the film. It launched on the platform on a Monday night. And when we woke up on the Tuesday morning, we were receiving an email every 3 seconds.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, we've had comments from Jane Goodall and George Monbiot and Zach Braff, Diana Ross. It's been crazy experience to live through. And like I say, it was this little tiny film that we just started making because we were in love with the story and in love with the subject.
Yeah, Katako was saying earlier on, that there is no formula to what works. You have your story, you have what you want to produce, and you put it out there, and almost, hoping that the world will accept it. From your perspective, have you found something that creates that tipping point where you're like, okay, cool, I think this is where the magic is, or did you have a similar experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you wake up in the morning and all you can think about is this project, and your whole body is filled with energy and you're so excited to sit down in front of a computer for 14 hours a day, then you've got something that's special. But you never know if other people are going to find it special as well. So it's really exciting when other people come on board. And for me, as a first-time filmmaker, I was incredibly privileged to get introduced to some of the best filmmakers in the world. My co-director, James Reed, is probably one of the top natural history directors in Bristol at the moment. And obviously natural history is a very specific little niche world, and everything runs out of Bristol in England. And it's always kind of, you're competing with the BBC and now Netflix, but that's quite new. So it's quite an insular community. So to break into it and then to also be able to work with people who can teach you things the way that they did. And I also have to say, like, being able to work with Netflix and being mentored by Sarah Edelson. Then she brought in an incredible edit consultant called Jinx Godfrey, who she edited Chernobyl and Man on Wire and The Theory of Everything. So she's a multi-Academy Award-winning, Emmy Award-winning editor. So for someone who'd been making a film in an attic as a first-time filmmaker, to now be exposed to these people and guided by them and taught by them, I mean, I couldn't really be more grateful. And that is the power of working with someone like Netflix, I guess.
Yeah.
They know exactly what you need to bring your production up to reach its potential.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Pippa.